It's the $1,000,000 question. Where is Bitcoin gonna go? Up or down from here? It's been a crazy couple weeks, guys. I've been spending some time with family. I'm back. Welcome to the Kale Show. We all wanna know one single thing, and it's very simple. Where's Bitcoin gonna go? Is it gonna go up or is it gonna go down? Everyone on Twitter is divided. Some people are saying down, some people are saying up. No one really seems to know. But in this video, I'm going to show you, based on people that are a lot smarter than me, I have so much good data in this show, where I think this market is headed and why. And it's just going to be so detailed and so thorough, and it's going to make you feel so much better about where Bitcoin is right now, okay? Where Bitcoin is, where altcoins are. I promise you this is going to give you clarity on what matters in the market. So if you're excited about that, please, for the love of Pete, take one of your sweaty little fingers and maybe all 10, take them all and just smash the like button like this, like some kind of weird alien, like boom! Just smash the like button, please, for the love of God. That would really help me. Okay, let's get on with the show. But real quick, I got to mention 2+2 Genesis. We're having a flash sale because a couple people are paper handing these. I don't know why, because these literally earn pencil token, just like that ape token that you guys saw go crazy this weekend. Well, we've been earning a pencil token for months before ape token even dropped, just for the record. So if you jump in here, you can check out the rarities. This is the rarity on this one is actually pretty high, like it's top 50%, top 75% rarity, and it's going for 0.16, which means it earns more pencil token, okay? And so I don't know, just buy one of these NFTs, jump into our community. I promise you, you're going to be absolutely blown away by what, the links are always below. You're gonna be blown away by the value in this community. Okay, the next thing is BlockFi, blockfi.com/Kale. Make sure you sign up if you are not in the USA. This is only for non-USA clients. You can earn free Bitcoin. You can earn interest on your coins. Absolutely amazing. They're the only show sponsor because I love and trust BlockFi. They're incredible. Okay, let's get on with it, man. Woo! I've got like LeBron. I've got like, I don't know if you guys follow basketball, but I've got like the Steph Curry, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant, the James Harden, the Chris Paul of crypto here with me today. Okay, they're not really with me, but I have all of their opinions on where the price of Bitcoin is going. We're going to compile this together into a juicy stew. We're going to eat the stew and we're going to feel delicious satisfaction about where the price of Bitcoin is. Are you ready? Are you ready? Willy Woo is the first one. Willy Woo is the on-chain guy. I know on-chain analysis gets a lot of, is it real? What is it? It's basically simple though. If you look at this, guys, I'll just pull this up. It's supply and demand. Imagine you have an ice cream store. There are X number of people that come into the ice cream store per day. That is your demand. Your supply is how much ice cream do you have to sell, right? Very simple. This is business economics 101. And that's why I love on-chain stuff, because it shows you how much demand is coming into Bitcoin. And as you can see here over the past few months, if you just look at this chart, since like November, when I started becoming very bearish on Bitcoin, if you've been following me at all, literally December 1st is when I became very, very bearish. There's been zero demand for Bitcoin. Literally, look at this. It's just down, 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 down. And that is reflected in the price as well. I mean, it's not very hard to see, guys. If I just delete this, look at this. Ever since the demand left the network, we have been going down. But here's the good news, guys. Hallelujah. And I'm showing Willy Woo's paid letter here, guys, because he's actually shutting down this letter, so I don't think he'll mind. He's only keeping it going for like another couple months. So go sign up. It's only up for 2 more months. But anyway, what he said in his most recent letter is that literally we are getting, for the first time since December, this is huge, this is big, this is awesome, demand continuing to come in from the futures market and backing up what we've seen on chain. Fundamental signals now point to Bitcoin being an accumulation zone, which typifies the end of a bear market. Hallelujah! We're ending the bear market. Oh yeah! Oh, anyone else feel good about that? Like, I would love for this to be over. I don't think it is, but like, hey, this is great. Price action expectation. The countdown for a bullish breakout of the bear market is now in effect. My best guess from price stability is that we are within 1 to 2 weeks of this happening, but it could be sooner. Oh yeah, baby. He's got conviction in this, and he's saying that ETH is actually going to outperform Bitcoin as well. Whew. When I see stuff like this, guys, I get excited because Willy Woo, I've been following him for over 2 years. He hasn't been 100% accurate. Nobody has, but he's been about 70, 80% accurate. So when I see him say that he has high conviction in the price moving from where it is now up higher, that gets me excited. Okay, so that's my first data point. I'm really pumped about that. Smash the like button if you like that. Now I'm on to my second star player, my second all-star team member, which is my man Pentoshi. You know Pentoshi, he's a beast. He's saying that the macro headwinds are still too strong to go to all-time highs, but mid midterm, we're talking about midterm time frame here, he thinks that there is seller exhaustion. So he leans towards up first and then down. Okay, so up first and then down. I got both up and down on this video. But basically, look, he's saying the same thing. Short term, we head up towards $50,000 Bitcoin right here. And then from there, maybe back down. I don't know. But so we have two people, Willy Woo and Pentoshi, saying short term, we're going up. Let's go to another one. TED Talks Macro. This guy's really, really smart. I talk to him on Twitter all the time. You should definitely follow him. He said new highs don't make sense, so not back to $70,000. But he's maintaining that a revisit to the mid 50Ks is highly likely. Wow, this is weird. It's almost like a lot of really smart people are all saying the same thing. We're headed back to $50,000 Bitcoin and then probably down. This guy right here is talking about the TWAP. You don't know what a TWAP is? Well, TWAP is Do Kwon. Do Kwon is the Luna guy. Luna, UST, he's one of the most famous people in crypto right now. And what he's saying is they are literally going to buy $10 billion with a B, $10 billion worth of Bitcoin in the next few weeks and back up Luna with that Bitcoin. So when you have someone TWAPing, which basically means, I don't even know what it means, but it basically means they're going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, the price tends to go up. Okay, so this is where the demand is coming from people like Do Kwon, from billionaires, stuff like that. So you're probably thinking, Kale, what is this, like another Moon Boy video? We're headed back to all-time highs? What is going on here, Kale? Basically what you're saying is dump all of my money into Bitcoin quick or else we're all gonna die. You know, that's not what I'm saying to you guys. You know I've been pretty bearish since December and I do not think we're out of the woods yet. But what I am saying is that I do think that we will head back up to that 50K region, sort of, maybe, hopefully we get to 50K over the next few weeks here. I think that before April really gets going, I think there's a higher probability of up than down. So I have closed out my shorts. I lost some money on an Ethereum short, you guys probably saw on Twitter, but I made a bunch of money on AVAX, which is great. AVAX has been doing really, really well. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Basically what I'm saying is that I've closed out any short positions for now because I do think we're more likely to go back up. But before you buy all your Bitcoin, before you leave the video and you're like, oh, Kale said to buy, I'm just gonna go buy. Here, we gotta give the other side of the coin here, guys, because this is by no means a sure bet, okay? And we also wanna know what happens after this. Like, what if we come up here to 50K? Then what happens, right? We need to know what happens then, too. Because even if you make this money, if you don't sell up here, if you don't sell here, you don't make any money. You end up losing money, okay? And I'm gonna show you why. Okay, here's another person you should follow on Twitter. It's called Wifey Alpha. It's just it's just an account, but he has been calling everything. I think it's a guy. He's been calling everything so perfectly. And what he's saying is that big money is deleveraging right now, okay? They are going to start shorting to retail buyers. It doesn't get much more brutal than that. I've been warning you for 91 trading days continuously. So this guy is literally saying what I've been saying on Twitter is that and what Pentoshi said here, okay? Macro headwinds still too strong. TED Talks Macro, what he says here, new highs don't make sense yet. This is where you need to have a brain, okay? Listen to my voice right now if you are still watching this video, okay? Yes, people can be bullish short term. They can say, yes, we're going to 56K. Yes, Willie says we're going back up. You know, this guy, Do Kwon's buying a bunch of Bitcoin. That's wonderful. But when you think of the overall macroeconomic environment, where are we at, like overall longer term for the rest of this year? I do not believe we are out of the woods yet. Why is that? Let me just explain really quickly for those of you guys who haven't been watching the videos. The money printer has been confirmed. I know this is sad news for a lot of you guys. We love to print that money. We love it when Jerome Powell prints that money, but he had the FOMC meeting last week. I listened to the whole thing live, and what he said, he did not mince his words. He did not try to act like, oh, we're going to print the money. No, what he said was, we are going to slow down this freaking money printer. We are going to slow it down. Inflation is way too high, as you can see here. Inflation is way too high. There's a recession risk because the Federal Reserve is going to fight inflation. He literally said over and over again in the meeting, you can go listen to it. We are going to use all of our tools to fight inflation. We are not concerned with pumping these markets up to $1 bazillion. That is literally what he said a bazillion times, okay? And so anyone who's telling you that we are headed back to 100K Bitcoin right now, like this is where we're going back to the moon, 100K, you need to take that with a massive grain of salt. Because I'm telling you right now that the Federal Reserve, the people that actually control things, they are going to slow the money printer down in order to fight inflation. Inflation is a much bigger issue right now than pumping the markets to infinity. Another big issue that could crash the markets is Russia and Ukraine. Obviously, guys, if this keeps escalating, this is not going to be good for risk assets. This is not going to be good for Bitcoin, just so you guys know. Okay, so there's no perfect scenario like, oh, we're going straight to we're going up no matter what. Of course we are. It's guaranteed. That's not a thing. Okay, so this could all of this stuff that I just said about like, we're going to 50K could totally get canceled in 12 seconds if we have something really bad happen in Russia, just so you're aware. Another thing that's very, very important is just separating like your short-term and your long-term thinking. Okay. I can't stress this enough. Like what I think is going to happen and how I'm personally playing this is right now I'm buying a little bit of Ethereum. I'm buying a little bit of AVAX. I'm buying a little bit of these solid altcoins that I think will go up short-term. And then I have a plan to get out. My plan is to get out around $46,000 or $47,000 Bitcoin. Whenever the price hits $46,000, $47,000 Bitcoin, I'm going to just sell everything that I have, just sell it all and just wait, because I really truly believe that come April, there's going to be another print on the inflation data. There's going to be a million different articles about inflation coming out because the number is going to come out in April, and it could be higher than 10% with gas prices. I can't talk today with all of the stuff that's happening, right? With just supply chains breaking down worldwide. And I promise you, if it comes out above 10%, the Federal Reserve is going to keep slowing down that money printer, and markets are not going to like that. Plus, we have the summer coming up. The markets never really do well in the summer. My personal thoughts, like if I just had to pick it right now, and I'll keep you updated on this channel, guys, but if I had to just pick it for the rest of this year, this is what I would think. I would think for April, right, we go up to I don't know, hopefully we get up to 50K in April, okay? Then that CPI number comes out. This would be CPI right here. Then we totally go back down. I don't know how low, but I think we could easily get back down into the 30K range. This is where, over the course of the summer, right, the entire summer, I think we could ping pong down in here. Unless something bullish happens, it could happen, but I think we could have a ping pong summer down in here in this crazy range, and then, when the money printer turns back on in the fall, when people are back to the office and to the trading desks, this is when we have a chance. This end of the year, it's not drawn to scale, but the end of the year right here is when we have a chance to go back up to 100K. I really do believe that, okay? And so to make the most money, if you just want to be a very simple trader in this market, I would just play these bigger ranges. Try to capitalize on this range, try to capitalize on this range here going down, and try to buy as much as you can down in this smaller range before we head back up. Because I want to finish the video with this, guys, and then I'll let you on your way. But man, this whole thing, I know, I wrote a tweet thread on here, so go follow me. But basically I said that I've been bearish, lately on Twitter and on here, and that's not getting me views and yada, yada, yada. But because of the money printer slowing down. However, this is the best case scenario for Bitcoin long term. I can't stress that enough. Like the max downside, yes, maybe in the summer we'll get to 25K. I mean, that's like the worst case scenario, right? But the best case scenario is like $1 million for Bitcoin, and here's why. And I already talked about that, right? Yada, yada. But the thing that made me really, really kind of flip to who cares where the price goes short term, right, is this confiscation of wealth, right? You've seen it, right? They're confiscating wealth in Canada for protesters. They're confiscating Russian wealth. They've crossed the line. These governments have decided that it's okay for them to steal your money, whether it's on Coinbase, whether it's on Bank of America, it doesn't matter. They'll take your money, right? And so Bitcoin went from, when this started happening, Bitcoin went from a want to a need. And this overall narrative is much stronger, guys, than the short-term price action. I know on Twitter, like people get mad at me because I'm like bearish short-term, or I say we could go to 25K in the summer, yada, yada, yada. But overall, where we are headed, and I know this with all of my heart, at some point, the narrative is going to stick and we are headed up like this. It's going to make this little hill, this all-time high, look like a molehill. I mean, long term, I truly believe in Bitcoin with all of my heart, and I still believe that we are headed up to these crazy prices that aren't even shown on this chart. Like, they will make this chart look, it looks messy. Like, I gotta hide my out. Like, this is what I truly believe. Like, look at this. I'm gonna make it cleaner. Do you see this tiny, this is all the price action so far. This is what I think is the potential for Bitcoin long term. For those of you guys who think I'm so bearish, that's what I think, okay? $1 million. It's gonna make all of this price action that we're talking about now seem minuscule, seem hard to see, seem impossible, because of the simple fact that the world needs Bitcoin. It needs a decentralized way to store wealth that cannot be stolen from you, that can be put on private keys. But the issue is, in the short term, guys, once again, is that narrative is not fully formed yet, right? People aren't thinking, like the average Joe is still not thinking, oh, people are stealing my wealth, I need Bitcoin. They're not thinking that. And just because a maximalist says that on his podcast, that does not mean that it's true, okay? And I think it got even more complicated because of confiscation, guys. Confiscation. This is where they steal your private keys, your Bitcoin, right? Holding private keys on Bitcoin is actually pretty difficult, right? Like you have to like know what you're doing. You might lose all your money. It's stressful for an average person, right? And so until that gets easier, until people can actually hold their own private keys, I don't think that we're going straight up to these crazy levels, right? I don't think this is happening soon, like short term, right? But I do think it will happen. I think that issue will get solved, and hopefully the money printer will start to speed up again at the same time, and it's all going to come together in this beautiful Bitcoin tsunami that takes us to those levels. But I think that's going to happen later in the year. So that's like my overall thoughts, guys. I wanted to just get, I know that's a lot, but I've been thinking for weeks. If you enjoyed this one, please share it with a friend. Please smash the like button. Please join 2+2. Oh yeah, the last thing is I have this trading bot. I've been testing this over the past couple of weeks while I've been traveling. I literally have done nothing. I made $1,900 in profit, and I only had 10K in the account. I recently added another 40K because it was working so well, but I literally made $1,900 profit on a 10K investment in like 4 weeks. So it's a totally passive bot. If you're in 2+2, I'll drop the link to this. Yeah, I think this is a great way to make money in this market right now. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you. Smash the like button. See you later. Bye.